David Hernandez to join me today. So David and I go back, oh my gosh, 5-6 years ago, maybe longer.
Yeah, 2012.
Okay. Longer.
Can't believe it.
To our corporate trainer days. Well, you're still in corporate. I'm
Yes.
back in nonprofit, but my one stint in corporate, I landed. I got to meet David, and David is a corporate trainer, still works in training, and I'll let him share more about himself. But I had the pleasure of, during my onboarding and training process, to sit in one of your virtual training sessions and learned so much that I thought what fun it would be to have a conversation about your tips and tricks, which really I learned a lot from you, and put it into kind of an agenda and just talk through it and have you give some more thoughts. Why don't you share with everyone who you are?
Going back to my years with Corinthian Colleges, which is a vocational school, I worked there for about 13 years, and the first 10 years I kind of moved up as a admissions representative / recruiter, student recruiter, and developed into a management role, director role. So I was actually starting to develop trainings for my team, which grew to about 45 employees. And corporate office took note of that. So they said, we want this guy at the corporate office. So I was able to become an admissions training program manager. Came back home I was in Texas, and then came back home here to Southern California guy. So I was really happy to be back, and was able to develop a lot of trainings. And that's what the focus here, especially having a company that had 15,000 employees, how do you reach all of them?
Right.
Especially with cost, we were using WebEx, and these virtual meetings and trainings were just next level. This was 2012. So just think about how far, we were already ahead of the game. But the trainings were just kind of me thinking outside the box, especially because Twitter wasn't as popular, obviously, as it is now in 2012. So they were experimenting still with the hashtags. And for me, if you do research, they're basically the creator of the hashtag. Then everyone started using it, Facebook, Instagram, everyone else. So I started using it for fun in our web meetings and our web trainings.
That's right. I remember.
When we had a certain topic, let's just say, if it was like the introduction to the training, we were doing intros or I would call it meet and greet. So I would put hashtag meet and greet. So everyone is doing their hashtag for that. If there was a topic of, let's just say, customer service. So let's just say we're going over training customer service. I'm like, all right, let's switch gears now and talk about hashtag customer service. So I would type that into the group chat. Everyone would start typing in, smile when you greet someone, hashtag customer service, and your attitude is your smile, hashtag customer service. So it's still, then it snowballed into engagement. So now everyone is engaged, and then I would be reading the group chat as everyone was starting, and I'm like, wow, Dylan, look at that. It's just a great way to get engagement from your virtual meetings.
I like that. I forgot about that.
I use that all the way up until now. When we have trainings now, that's my thing, and I'm obviously comfortable with it. But also, I know we're going to run down the list, but there's a app. It's a free app. I use iOS, which for iPhone, iPad, it's called Instant Buttons. I know that you had asked me about what app that was, and that app, I can bring it up here right now because it's one of those apps where if you need a sound effect, like immediate sound effect, it actually can give you, let's just say, see here, can't touch this. Let's see if you can.
So I actually liked I liked the Jeopardy one.
Yes.
Because when you would ask a question, and when you're on a call or a meeting, you ask a question, and everyone's biggest fear is silence.
Yes.
And then you end up answering the question and you're like, no, don't answer the question. So I would actually play the Jeopardy one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
The cool thing about this app is just typing in on the actual search feature, and here's everyone. Hopefully it plays now.
Yeah.
So you have that. It says Jeopardy theme music.
Yeah.
So
people would laugh. I would
yeah.
play that and people would crack up. They're like, is she really playing Jeopardy? I'm like, yeah, because I'm not getting an answer. I need an answer.
And there's a lot of cool sound effects with that too. Like, obviously, I am the self-proclaimed corny joke person or
Yes.
trainer. So
Yes.
so every joke or corny joke I would share, there's a laughter icon there too. You tap on the button and you get that
Laugh
laughter.
for yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, the crowd's going wild here. Everyone has no idea that I'm actually in a live studio environment, and people are like, is he really?
And and what people did not realize is you're actually in a cubicle. So I mean,
exactly.
Everybody knew when David was training. I think like it was rare to find a private office in where we were. And so I remember, I would walk by your cubicle and I just knew you were in a training because it was like you're putting on a radio show. It was like it really is like your own radio show. You have to have fun with it. You have to really like get into it. So